Missy here. Today I'm at Boston. So I'm just going to give you guys a main introduction about Boston from its history, culture, and the places that you should go if you come here. So I think the first place is the very famous place, and you guys should all know it, is the Boston Common. There is something called the Freedom Trail there, and you should go down it because there are 16 places that are very important that in the Revolutionary War, and you should go check them out and see how the U.S. history has flowed throughout the ages. And then instead, I want to talk about Boston. It's a very old city, and actually there are a lot of very old cities in the U.S., but a lot of them fall and crumbled because their economics weren't very good. However, Boston has, we can't say the economics is really good, but, well, the economics is good, but I think the main reason that it has become better and better is that because it has some of the best universities in the world, such as Harvard and MIT. They're very famous schools, and I think everybody should know about them, and usually they're first or second in the whole grade of best schools in the year. And also, if you guys want to go to Harvard, I think that you must go to the Harvard Natural History Museum. It's really amazing, and it has a lot of exhibits. So one of my favorites was glass flower, and I think it's the most famous because all the flowers and things are made out of glass. Because the flower, the stems, and the main things are too small, so they magnify it. And, well, they can't actually do it on a flower, so I guess the museum had an idea to make them out of glass. And I think they use a lot of time, and it looks really great. You guys should go check it out. And there are also a lot of other exhibits, such as the planetarium. Well, not the planetarium, but it just talks about our planets and all sorts of weathering and erosions. And also there's a dinosaur exhibit where you can actually touch some Maiasaura dinosaur bones. And it's a little bit heavy, but I guess it's interesting. If you guys like the museum, then you should really go there. Next is MIT. MIT I think is one of the best universities in the world. I think it's better than Harvard, yeah. And it's mainly different from Harvard because Harvard is very old and most of its buildings are red brick buildings, but however, MIT is very modern and it's made out of concrete and it has very beautiful buildings, but one of them is really weird. You can go and check it out. So that's all for today in Boston. Maybe I'll go to Harvard and MIT someday or other. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel and continue seeing my vlog. Bye guys, see you next time. Today I'm near the New England Aquarium, and later I will go to Boston Duck Boat and just basically go around the city and check it out. But before that, I want to tell you guys what basically happened today. So today, I went to Harvard University. So today, I'm going to tell you guys 3 stories about Harvard. So I think the first story is going to be about John Harvard. He is a statue in Harvard University, and the school was named after him. He was also the first principal of Harvard University. And it is said that if you touch the foot of John Harvard, then you will get admitted to Harvard or pass every single test. I don't think that's true, but maybe you guys can try it for luck. Next is about the front gate or the main gate. The main gate is only used in 3 occasions, and only in 3 occasions. The first thing is when the new students come in. The second thing is when all the people graduate and they go out. And the third case is that if you get kicked out, then bye-bye. You go out the main gate. So usually students go out from the side gates or go in from the side gates. So remember, do not go out the main gate or go in the main gate. or you will likely fail your test or get kicked out of your school or not have such good luck. Next, I would like to talk about a story about Harvard Library. The old Harvard Library was actually burned down a long time ago, and one of the students brought one book out of the library. One of the Harvard school rules said that you cannot bring books out of the Harvard Library. So he broke the law of the school. He broke the rules. But after the fire, he gave the book back to the headmaster of the school back then. The headmaster thanked him very much for keeping at least one of the books safe. So in order to thank him, they named one of the buildings after him. So one of the buildings is named after him, but he got expelled because he broke the rules. And so this is all about Harvard University, and if you guys want to come, then remember you can touch the foot of John Smith and don't walk through the front door. That's all for today's channel. Remember to like and subscribe. Bye. See you guys next time. Today is my third day of arrival in Boston, and so I'm just gonna basically tell you guys what happened the 2 days prior, and guess what I'm doing currently. You can see I'm on a boat, and do you know where the boat's going? I'm going on a whale watch, and I'm not sure if I can see the whales, but I hope I can see them. And they say there's a 10% chance that you can see a dolphin, but I don't think I'll be that lucky. So starting on the first day that we arrived, we went to two universities, which were Harvard and MIT, and I made a video about Harvard. You guys can go check it out. So I think Harvard is basically a very old city, a very old college, and a lot of its buildings are still made of red brick, which like reminds me about like 300 years ago. But its Science and Technology Museum is very modern, you know, like it's made of concrete. And next, I went to MIT. In MIT, sorry about the sound, but it's a little bit loud. So in MIT, I don't really like MIT that much because I think MIT is very modern, you know. There's a very strange looking building. You guys can also go check out MIT. And I think the biggest difference between Harvard and MIT is their coop. So if you don't know, a coop is where you buy the souvenirs, and the coop, actually Harvard's coop is, there are a lot of people in there, and it's very crowded, and we waited for like 10 or 20 minutes to just buy the stuff. And next, it's MIT's coop. It's very, you know, there aren't too many people, and well, it's just very cozy, you know, and a little bit awkward when you're talking in there. So I think maybe one of the reasons is because Harvard is very famous for its commercial and business college. However, MIT is more about science and technology. So that's basically the first day, and in the night of the first day, we went to the Boston Duck Boat, and I think the weather wasn't very good because it was raining and there was winds, but we still managed to go around the whole city. And the bad thing is that we didn't get to go into the ocean because, you know, it was raining and there was like wind and lightning, so we didn't get to go into the water, but they gave us a half picture. So that's really nice. High schools, and they were both very good. So the first one is Andover, or Phillips Andover, and the next one is Brooks. And I made a video about Brooks too, to talk about its basic environment. I think the environment of Brooks is really amazing because Brooks is about 100 years old and it only has like 300 students with such a big school. And I think Brooks is very, like, they want their students to be good at sports and stuff like that because there's a gigantic gym and there are like 2 or 3 fields to play soccer and stuff like that. And also there's huge baseball field. Next, I went to Phillips Andover, which my friend Ben took me there because he was a former student. And I don't know if you guys know it, but I think it's one of the best colleges, one of the best high schools in the whole of the U.S. So basically, we went to a museum there. It's the National Addison Museum, I think, and there's a lot of art and sculpture there. So they have they have a very famous painting, and I'll show it to you guys later. It looked very cool, I guess. It's about 2 soldiers, I think. I'll show it to you guys after this video. And also there were ships there, like models of ships. They were very small, and I found that all the ships were like sails. You still use sails as like the ships were really big, and they use sails. And if you know, sails, they need wind to blow, and there aren't any like ships that are powered by steam, and there are no steamers. So I think that you guys should really go to these 2 universities to check them out. And oh, I forgot to talk about this one. Also, Harvard has a museum. It's the Natural History Museum. They have 2 actually. There's also an arts museum, but I didn't go to that one. In the arts museum, in the Natural History Museum, there's a very amazing exhibit, and I think it's glass flower because everything is made of glass, and it's just very amazing, you know. The colors and, you know, the shape are very well sculpted, and you guys should really go check it out. So this is the morning of the 3rd day, and we're on the sea to go whale watching. I hope we can see a whale, and you guys should like and subscribe to my channel. You guys should come to Boston too because I think it's a really beautiful city. And that's all for today's video. See you guys next time. Bye.